Have you ever heard a recording of your own voice and thought, is that really me? It's a moment of disorientation. The voice from the speaker sounds thinner, higher, and less familiar than the one you know, almost as if the recording has captured someone else entirely. But this isn't a technical glitch. It's a human experience rooted in biology and perception. Virtually everyone who hears their recorded voice notices the difference, and rarely likes it. This unfamiliar voice can be unsettling, making you question your own self-perception. The reason lies in the very anatomy of how we listen to ourselves. To truly understand why our recorded voice sounds so unfamiliar, we first need to explore the fascinating way we hear ourselves every day. When you speak, your brain receives sound in two distinct ways: air conduction and bone conduction. And both are essential to how you perceive your own voice. Each plays a unique role in shaping the voice you recognize as your own. Air conduction is the familiar route. Sound leaves your mouth, travels through the air, and enters your ears, just like any other noise. But bone conduction is more intimate. Vibrations from your vocal cords travel through the skull bones to your inner ear. This path adds resonance and depth unique to you. The voice you hear in your head is richer, warmer, and often lower pitched than what others hear. That thick, familiar voice is shaped by both air and bone conduction. Every time you speak, your brain seamlessly merges these two sound sources into a single familiar voice. Their blend becomes your personal audio signature, the voice you've grown up with. But for everyone else, only the air-conducted sound is available, because they never get to hear the internal resonance or the subtle vibrations that shape your self-perception. In the same fashion, when you record your voice, a microphone can only capture the air-conducted sound. It misses the internal richness and depth that bone conduction provides. That's why when you listen to a recording, your voice often feels thin, strange, or incomplete. It lacks the fullness you're used to hearing. The recording is missing an entire dimension, the resonance and depth you've heard your whole life, making your recorded voice feel like a stranger's, and that's simply how others hear you. But there's more. The brain filters and suppresses parts of our own voice even before we finish speaking. Small middle ear muscles dampen vocal vibrations, and neural predictive processes anticipate the sound of your voice so you focus on other impulses. Before we even speak, the brain predicts and suppresses the sound, saving energy for more important stimuli. All these filters create a veil between what we produce and what we perceive. When you hear a recording, these same filters are bypassed. Suddenly your voice is raw and unfiltered, processed as if it's someone else's. You're hearing yourself as others do, and it can feel like a mismatch. The shock isn't just physical, it's psychological. The voice in your head is tied to your identity, the soundtrack of your thoughts and feelings. A recording challenges this, creating a jarring mismatch. This is me, but it doesn't sound like me. It exposes nuances you never noticed. Nervousness, accents, vocal quirks, or uncertainty. Studies show people rate their own voice more favorably when they don't recognize it as theirs. The discomfort isn't about quality, it's about the surprise of meeting a version of yourself you didn't expect. The real shock is psychological, not acoustic. It's the surprise, not the sound, that makes us cringe. For most of human history, hearing your own voice from the outside was impossible. Only with the invention of recording technology did this become possible, a blink in evolutionary time. Our brains evolved to hear our voice internally, not as an external echo, and they are still adapting. This confuses our ancient wiring, blurring the line between self and other. We're asking our brains to process something they were never designed to handle. The friction we feel is evolution meeting technology. If you're a teacher, broadcaster, or singer, understanding this gap can be empowering. For everyone else, next time you wince at your own recording, remember that you're hearing reality as others do, and that's an insight into how subjective, adaptable, and complex our sense of self really is. It's a universal experience, connecting us all in our shared curiosity and vulnerability. Next time you cringe at your recorded voice, remember that you're hearing the truth, the version of you that everyone else knows, and that's something to embrace, not fear. By sharing in this universal experience, we remind ourselves that we're not alone in our self-doubt or surprise. It's a small but powerful reminder of how wonderfully intricate, adaptable, and connected we all are as human beings. Like, share, and subscribe for more fun facts.